Hello, grade 2. It's time for story time with Harry and Ginger and Mrs. Bader will read it to you. Froggy eats out. That's Froggy. He's a good character. He's a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see what he does. Froggy Eats Out by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Remkewitz. It was almost dinner time and Froggy was hungry. He sat in the kitchen and dreamed about burgers and flies. He really likes flies because he's a frog. Then he hopped up and looked for something to eat. He looked in the cabinet, slam. He looked in the fridge, slam. He looked in the oven, bang. "Mom!" yelled Froggy. "There's nothing good to eat." "Froggy," called his mother. "What? Did you forget it's our anniversary? We're going out to eat." "Hooray!" sang Froggy. "Let's go. First you have to get dressed up, dear. We're going to a fancy restaurant." So Froggy flopped to his bedroom. Flop, flop, flop. I think Harry's a little flopped. He's all worn out. He loves the story. Ginger's sleepy. Froggy slipped off his shirt, unzipped his pants, took off his shoes, pulled off his socks. He even changed his underwear with a zap of elastic. Then he tugged on his best pants zip, buttoned up his best shirt, zip, 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 pulled on his best socks, zoop, pulled on his best shoes up, and tied them up, zwit, zwit, and then he put on his best bow tie, snap, and flopped out to show his mom and dad. Flop, flop, flop. "You look very handsome, dear," said his mother. "But you forgot to wash." "Oops," said Froggy. So he went to the bathroom and washed his hands and face. Splash, splash, splash. He used lots and lots of water, but only a little bit of soap. Silly Froggy. Well, then he dried off with a towel, whoop, and he looked at himself in the mirror, and he thought he was kind of cute. Looking good, Froggy. Looking good, Harry. "Froggy," called his father. "What?" "Time to go," said his dad. "We'll be late." So they flopped to the restaurant. Flop, flop, flop. Wow. At the restaurant, Froggy's eyes grew big and round, and there were glowing candles, flowers in vases, and tablecloths as white as snow. "This is a fancy restaurant," said Froggy. "Yes," said his mother. "So remember, be neat, be quiet, and don't put your feet on the table." Well, when they were seated, Froggy said, "I'm hungry. Let's eat." "First we have to order, dear," said his mother. "I want a hamburger," said Froggy. "No hamburgers here," said his dad. When the waiter handed him a menu, Froggy opened it and knocked over a glass of water. Crash! "Oh, Froggy, what did I tell you?" "I know," said Froggy. "Be neat, be quiet, and don't put your feet on the table." But it was hard to be neat and quiet. He fidgeted. He shook salt on his hand and he licked it. And he banged his spoon on the table. Bang, bang, bang. And then he hit the tip of the spoon and flipped it right onto the waiter's head. Bonk. After the waiter finally came and took their orders, they waited and waited and waited. Froggy pulled petals off the flowers. He blew on the candle. He sucked on sugar cubes and ice cubes. Then he hopped up and flopped around the restaurant, flop, 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 singing, "Be neat, be quiet, don't put your feet on the table." "Froggy," called his father. "What?" "Please sit down now." Froggy sat down. Finally, dinner was served. Froggy stuck his fork into a huge plate of spaghetti. He sucked some up. Slurp. It was fun. So he slurped up some more. Slurp. Oh, that scared Harry a little bit. That's when he saw Frogalina. Frogalina was with her parents. "Hi, Froggy," called Frogalina. "Who's that pretty girl, Frog?" asked Froggy's mother. Froggy was so embarrassed he ducked beneath the tablecloth, and all his spaghetti and fly sauce landed smack on his head. Oh no. "Oops," cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. "Happy anniversary," he croaked. "What a mess," cried his father. "Oh, Froggy," said his mother. Froggy scooped spaghetti off his face and said, "I know. Let's eat at a fast flies place." "Good idea," said his mother. "Let's go," said his father, and together they leapfrogged all the way there. Flop, flop, flop. They went to Speedy's to eat. All ate burgers and flies. Munch, crunch, munch. Harry really liked that story, didn't you, Harry? And Ginger, I think it's time for bed. Bye-bye, grade 2.